without orders, Rafael Alunan will protect the Philippines. For him, his job is to defend his country for the freedom of the Filipinos. So Rafi, we were so inspired with you. Can you share with us your childhood dreams?
Well, I grew up in the province. I'm from Negros Occidental, and I grew up in the city of Bacolod. My first 16 years were spent there. And when I was in high school, when things were beginning to dawn on me about what's happening in the real world out there, it was the time of John F. Kennedy. It was the time of the Vietnam War. It was about the spread of communism and the fight between democracy and the communist world, the free world versus the communists. I was thrust at a young age into trying to understand things like democracy, civil rights, prejudice, discrimination, communism. These were big words for a high school student, but they captured my imagination. That was also the time when I told my parents, I'd like to either go to West Point or the Philippine Military Academy.
So what your parents said when you said that?
Well, my father took me aside and said, look, you have two paths. One is the business path or military life. But he said, all my friends, my very good friends in the military, are having a hard time making both ends meet. So I thought about that, and so that's what I did. I joined the ROTC instead, and went on to the private sector after college. So I went to business. I became a business executive.
Do you really wish you to live in a simple life or the life that you have now?
Well, no, I live my life wherever God leads me. My private and my public life are intertwined. Whether I'm in the public or private realms, I still have to fulfill my mission, which is to serve. In my private life, I serve my family. I serve my wife. I serve my children. I make sure that things are all right. I look after their needs. In public life, I have an extended family where I still have to go through the process of caring, sharing, and daring for their welfare, for the welfare of the larger family.
So who is your biggest family which in public?
The Filipino people.
The Filipino people. So where did you get that calling?
The experience that we went through during the first quarter storm and in the aftermath during the dictatorship, the dark days of the dictatorship. All these percolated in me, and at the right moment when I was called upon to serve the people, I did not hesitate.
What do you think your last legacy?
In grade school, as we were graduating, high school, as we were graduating in 1965, he said, gentlemen, one of the missions you have in life is to make sure that before you die, you turn over a country in much better shape than when you were born into it. Think of life as a relay race. Think of the baton as the state of the country at the time that you were born. By the time you reach the next runner, you're handing over the baton, you're handing over supposedly a much better Philippines.
Did you ever feel tired?
No, because one of the things that we were taught in school was never be a quitter. Okay, for as long as the mission is there, it's still alive, don't quit. You have to accomplish the mission. My mission will be accomplished before I die if the Philippines would be in much better shape than when I was born into it. That continues to motivate me, to drive me. Whether I am a private citizen or whether I'm in government, the mission is the same. We all have to work together to build a better Philippines for all.
Now, this generation, especially the millennials we call, totally different. So what's your message to them in order to carry on? What's your message?
Okay, well, the message to the millennials is this. It's something I learned early in life. Love your country. Love the Philippines. It's the only home we have. Love your fellow Filipino because we're all we've got. And take care of the children because they are our future.
Wow, I'm very touched with that. How about also parents? Right now they're having challenges dealing with their millennials children. What's also your best message to the parents? How to connect with them to carry forward for making Philippines first world?
That's the third line in my message earlier to the millennials. It applies to the parents as well. Take care of the children because they are our future. And therefore, considering that the family is the most basic social unit of society, that's where character formation is done. That's where change begins, from good to better to best. So the role and responsibilities of the parents cannot be overemphasized. They are the most important in the building of a nation for our children.
What's your best message also to all Filipinos, either here in Philippines or outside, that we should keep, not to change?
Unity, solidarity, and teamwork. We have a nation to build for our children. And in order for us to do that, we have to unify.
Continue your passion.
Thank you.
We're very pleased.
Thank you very much.
We need more like you. Every success has its struggles. Every dream has its trials and tests. Listen to their stories, because if they did it, you can also be called self-made.